The Mizoram government has uncovered what appears to be a serious attempt to misuse the state's Goods and Services Tax Registration System. The Taxation Department revealed that several GST registration applications submitted in the state contained false information and forged documents. The department said the suspicious applications came to light during risk-based scrutiny, detailed data analysis and physical verification carried out by its officers. During these inspections, officials found that some businesses mentioned in the applications did not even exist at the addresses provided. In other cases, documents submitted to support the registrations could not be verified. Even more worrying, some property owners discovered that their names and property details had been used for GST registration without their knowledge or permission. The department says action is now being considered under the Mizoram Goods and Services Tax Act 2017. Officials are also warning the public to remain alert. Citizens have been advised not to casually share identity documents, addresses, mobile numbers, email addresses, or any other personal information for business or GST-related purposes. Property owners have also been urged to carefully verify consent letters, rent agreements, and other documents before signing them. Anyone who suspects that their identity has been misused or notices any suspicious GST registration has been asked to immediately inform the Taxation Department. Yesterday, Chief Minister Polio released the Anti-Corruption Bureau's first-ever annual report covering the year 2025 to 2026 at the Chief Minister's Conference Hall in Aizawl. Calling corruption one of the biggest barriers to good governance and development, the Chief Minister said fighting corruption cannot be left alone to one agency. Instead, he said every government employee and every citizen has a responsibility to protect honesty and accountability. The report shows that during the last financial year, the Anti-Corruption Bureau received 17 corruption-related complaints. After preliminary inquiries, 6 regular criminal cases were registered. The report also presents a longer picture of the Bureau's work. Between 2010 and 2026, charge sheets were filed in 35 corruption cases, leading to the conviction of 112 people by the Special Court under the Prevention of Corruption Act. The Chief Minister praised the publication of the Bureau's first annual report, saying it would improve transparency and strengthen public confidence. He also assured continued support to both the Anti-Corruption Bureau and the Mizoram Lok Ayukta as the government works toward cleaner administration. A tragic road accident in Colosib district has claimed 3 lives. The accident happened at around 1:40 in the early hours of Thursday morning near the Colosib sub-headquarters YMA Zolbuk in Venglai East. According to local YMA leaders, a wagon car traveling towards Aizawl crashed into a truck carrying animal feed and soil that had been parked along the roadside. The impact was so severe that the truck was pushed nearly 50 meters before the car finally came to a stop. 2 people died instantly, while another later passed away from injuries. 2 other passengers suffered comparatively minor injuries. All 5 occupants were residents of Karimganj district in neighboring Assam and had been working in Mizoram as construction workers and helpers. Among those who lost their lives was a school student who had reportedly traveled to visit his father at his workplace. Local residents immediately rushed to help the victims. Members of the Colosib sub-headquarters YMA arranged coffins, while after post-mortem examinations at Colosib District Hospital, the bodies were sent back to Assam. The incident is another painful reminder of the importance of road safety, especially during night travel. In another important development, the Mizoram government has signed a partnership aimed at improving the lives of visually impaired people across the state. On Thursday, a memorandum of understanding was signed between the government of Mizoram and Toyota Kirloskar Motor at Mineko in Aizawl in the presence of Health Minister Pilil Rinpui. Government records estimate that around 2,035 people in Mizoram live with serious vision-related disabilities, yet only about 1% currently have stable employment. The new agreement focuses on improving education, mobility, and employment opportunities through modern assistive technology. During the first phase, Toyota Kirloskar Motor will provide 250 Nivinod assistive mobile devices, braille computers, printers, and AI scanners to the special blind school at Durklang. Another 930 assistive mobile devices are expected to be distributed during the second phase. Officials believe the technology will help visually impaired students and adults study more effectively, travel independently, and improve their chances of finding employment. Healthcare coverage is also expanding rapidly across Mizoram. During a media training program held on Thursday at the Ijol Press Club, the Mizoram State Healthcare Society announced that MUX 2.0 now covers 320,123 families across the state. Officials revealed that during the previous financial year, more than Rs 171 crore was spent on healthcare claims, while over 108,000 medical bills were processed. For the current financial year, the government has increased the budget allocation from Rs 50 crore to Rs 130 crore. Additional funds are also expected through enrollment fees, government support, and central schemes. One of the biggest advantages of the scheme, officials explained, is that beneficiaries can begin using their healthcare benefits immediately after enrollment, unlike many private insurance policies that requires waiting periods. Residents have been encouraged to register during official enrollment periods rather than waiting until illness strikes. The government hopes the expanded program will continue improving access to quality health through government hospitals, private hospitals within Mizoram, and empaneled hospitals outside the state. Mizoram is also reaching beyond its borders to build stronger partnerships for future development. On Wednesday, Public Health Engineering Minister Professor Lelniloma met Mr. Niraj Galawat, Senior Water Resources Specialist from MASHAF, Israel's Agency for International Development Cooperation at Mizoram House in New Delhi. The discussions focused on improving drinking water supply, wastewater treatment, environmental conservation, and restoring damaged water sources in Aizol using Israeli technology. The minister invited experts from MASHAF to visit Mizoram and study local conditions before launching practical projects. On the same day, Tourism Minister Pluck met Union Tourism Secretary Mr. Bhuvnesh Kumar in New Delhi. The meeting reviewed ongoing tourism projects and discussed future plans. The union government informed the minister that future tourism policy would focus on developing a smaller number of world-class tourist destinations instead of many small projects. Together, these meetings shows Mizoram's effort to strengthen both sustainable development and tourism. Preparations have already begun for one of Mizoram's most colorful tourism events. On Thursday, the Pluck and Pay Organizing Committee met at the Deputy Commissioner's Video Conference Hall in Kozol under the chairmanship of Additional Deputy Commissioner Puke Zoramwana. The meeting finalized preparation for this year's Pluck and Pay Festival, scheduled to take place from the 23rd to the 25th of September. The festival will begin at Tualte before concluding at Songklay. Visitors will have the opportunity to harvest fresh fruits and vegetables directly from orchards and purchase produce from local farmers. The festival will also feature performances by popular artists, local musicians, traditional Mizo games, handloom exhibitions, food stalls, and guide tourists to nearby tourist attractions. Officials believe the festival will create new opportunities for farmers while promoting tourism across the district. The government is also encouraging value-added agriculture to increase farmers' income. On Thursday, Agriculture Minister Pupisi Vanelruada visited the Tsampai Winery, where he assured grape growers of continued government support. The minister announced that revised wine rules now allow wine and fruit beer made from locally grown crops to be legally marketed. Producers have also been encouraged to develop beverages using wider variety of fruits grown in Mizoram. He further revealed that more than Rs 9 crore has been provided under the Market Intervention Scheme for citrus fruit processing, while Tsampai Winery has received more than Rs 3.6 crore to strengthen grape processing. Officials hope these investments will encourage agro-based industries while creating better market opportunities for local farmers. Several of Mizoram's leading civil society organizations have also pledged to closely monitor the ongoing revision of the electoral rolls. On Wednesday, representatives from the Central YMA, MUP, MHEP, MZP, MSU, along with Yang Lai, Mara, and Tsakma organizations met at the Central YMA Committee Room in Tuiquatlang. The organizations welcomed the work already carried out by booth-level officers who have been visiting households and collecting digital enumeration forms. They also stressed that only genuine Indian citizens should be included in the electoral roll. The organization said they will closely observe the verification process and public hearings scheduled between the 5th of July and the 4th of August to ensure transparency and free and fair elections. Lastly, Mizoram has also launched a statewide campaign to protect every child under the age of 5 from polio. On Wednesday, Health Minister Pvt formally launched the National Immunization Day Pulse Polio program. The campaign aims to vaccinate 102,830 children across all 11 districts through 1,430 immunization booths. The minister reminded parents that India has remained polio-free since 2014 and thanked healthcare workers and families for maintaining high vaccination coverage across Mizoram. The program was also launched in Lunglei, where local officials appealed to parents to ensure that every eligible child received the life-saving vaccine. Health authorities say continued public participation is the key to keeping Mizoram and India free from polio. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching.